Go, baby.
Hacked his sack. Beamed his bag. Welcome back to If You Laugh, You're Conservative.
Tonight at 6, the guy we continually called a Nazi is now supporting Israel too much for our liking. More irony at 10.
Trans are real women, why you putting trans in it? The only trans I know about is a transmission. Why all these gay dudes talk like that? The feminine go to hell, why you walk like that? Other Christians scared to call it out cause they soft like that. Boy, they scared to lose the money, ain't bought like that.
Bryson Gray, if you want to go check him out. I like his t-shirt, thank a straight person today for your existence. The memes have begun when they say blue cheese is gross and put ranch on buffalo wings.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Are you ranch or blue cheese on buffalo wings? Drop a comment down below.
Please educate me, though. What right?
Educate yourself. Libraries are abundant in this country. Why don't you get in?
Why don't libraries ever get looted during riots?
Because, bitch, you know why.
I've never seen a bookstore looted during a riot.
Government's lied about so much shit, you just can't trust anything. Like, I remember when Trump got shot and they were like, oh, well, first of all, no one even talks about that anymore. Like, nobody even remembers that. That Secret Service bitch seemed a bit guilty. I know she was guilty because she had the same face that I make when somebody asks if I'm still on the ketogenic diet. She was like... And then they were like, we couldn't put a sniper on that roof because it was sloped. Here's how not sloped that roof was. They shot that guy, he died, and his body didn't roll off the roof.
Yeah. True.
I've taken bong hits on acid on roofs with more of a pitch.
Seen those videos. There's physical fitness classes in the 1960s, and they all look like little athletes. They're all doing monkey bars and shit. Like, everybody's working out. They all look fit. If you tried to have a video like that today, you'd have some blue-haired slobs falling down and breaking their arms. You know, like, how many people are resilient today?
I'm just saying, if there's a military draft in 2025, we are not going to get the cream of the crop.
What kind of car should a man drive to date you?
A Lambo and 6 figures minimum.
Well, tow truck might be the only thing strong enough to lift you and your standards.
Residents in Mexico's border city of Tijuana are angry that migrants are in their town. Up to 10,000 migrants might end up in Tijuana. They remain for months while they apply for asylum in the U.S. You're telling me Mexicans don't like it either? Go tell that to a liberal. These signs say, first our poor, first our people, viva Mexico. Toddler expected to take his first steps suddenly starts dancing instead. Oh yeah, get it. Get it. Medicaid activists in wheelchairs were just arrested by Capitol Police for staging a sit-in. I told them my fiance was born a female. Oh, so you're getting married to a woman? Yeah, she's getting married to a woman.
You need to use my correct pronouns. They are they/them.
You're fired.
Since being fired from my job, I have had so much more time to advocate for marginalized groups.
Your pronouns are unemployed. Angel Reese's bag is super tough. How is this so scary accurate, man? Y'all, she has trademarked the word me-bound. She is that self-aware that most of her rebounds are offensive and from her own missed shots. Every wife on planet Earth when their man receives a text. What?
Who's got you smiling?
I thought she was going to say, is that your other girlfriend? Every damn time.
Attacked by your own species, so I'd rather feel the claw of a bear rake through flesh than a man's hand carving the innocence from this body. At least the only thing a bear can carve from this body is blood. I'd rather
rather a bear's teeth rip through flesh than a man steal the voice from my body, pry my words from my tongue.
At least the only thing a bear can steal from this body is blood. I'd rather a bear dismember this body unrecognizable than a man destroy my self-image until I only identify with victim. At least the only thing a bear can destroy is your body.
I don't know, girls. Are you sure you want to choose the bear? Oh, damn. Oh, that's going down the river. If you love it, you gotta let it go, bro. Nah, man, that's gone. I'm sorry, bro, that's gone. No snap for hot food, Felicia.
Food?
Which food?
Hot sausage.
Yeah, you can get it when
I can't buy it with food stamps.
Nope.
My food stamp just came today. I can't.
I don't know. Get cash for it.
Cash?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Cash? I don't do cash. I haven't worked in 20 years.
Black culture is completely embarrassing. And Black women are especially embarrassing because they are the creators and the defenders of the dysfunction. They glorify and protect the degeneracy because it is coming from them and their children. We've literally went from the backbone of the household to the face of delusion. And the fact that you have all these high standards for the purses you wear, the wigs that you put on your head, the shoes that you wear, the men that you date, but have zero standards for how you raise your children, how you carry yourself, and don't care about your community is also disgusting. And to be clear, I'm not ashamed of being Black. I'm ashamed of what Black culture have become. Because what we're celebrating isn't Black culture. It is actually clown culture. Which is why we're the entertainers for everyone in this country. And y'all want to be mad at white people so bad, but you should be mad at yourself and whoever raised you. Moral of the story, if you want to be successful in this country, do the exact opposite of what the Black community does.
Ooh. Men need to be studied because imagine tubing down a river for 4 hours and only bringing a googly-eyed keg. Hell yeah. You were so pretty. Either she transitions or becomes liberal, man. Damn! Oh! The Rainbow Brigade got her, y'all.
Did you see this Anthony Mackie? He's playing Captain America, and he said,
for me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term America should be one of those representations.
Shut up!
It's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity.
That guy's not my Captain America. Isn't it weird that they feel like they have to say stuff like that to keep working?
I think because Black Panther has Panther in the name, I don't actually need to emulate a panther. It just means someone that moves with cat-like movements and has scratchy claws. Y'all, does this guy have chrome wheels on his garbage bin? At least they're not spinners, y'all.
I know this is going to come as a shock, but the Liver King has spent the entire weekend crashing out on social media, running around on the ground like a goddamn gorilla, incessantly challenging Joe Rogan to a fight.
Or anything and everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. Honorable. And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling.
Now, I have many questions. Not about him crawling around pretending to be a primate and him challenging Joe Rogan to a fight. I assume that's just what Liver King does on a daily basis. But why is his mouth completely blue, and why is one pupil dilated and not the other? Is that on account of the liver? Is that what happens when you eat liver and testicles at every meal?
Apparently, he was arrested and spent the night in jail. He's making like terrorist threats to Joe Rogan. This was the dude that denied taking steroids until it was leaked that, surprise, surprise, he was juiced up to the gills. In my opinion, this is just a bid for relevancy again.
Recording while dealing with the cops outside.
God damn, this took a while. I'm so sorry. I take it back. God, thank you. For the perfect amount of resistance. So yours is picking up where we're leaving off. I just need to put stuff on. Just put stuff, because they're not going to take me naked, are they?
How normal people leave a restaurant. How Europeans leave a restaurant. Okay, I disagree. I will stack some plates. I will clean up the table a bit before I go. And y'all have like half of a deep dish pizza left. Put that in a box, man. Y'all know that Americans ain't leaving food on the table. A group of white people kneeling down and apologizing for racism.
We ask for forgiveness from our black brothers and sisters. Years and years of racism.
This is so embarrassing, y'all.
Body, guys. We're just humbling ourselves before you. Yes, Lord.
A group of white people who were never slave owners kneeling down to a group of black people who were never slaves. How we feel knowing none of this is our fault because we didn't vote for Donald Trump. Can you imagine if Kamala Harris was in office? Oh, Iran's creating nuclear weapons. Don't. Oh, damn, bro, we get it. They're always white. Things I tell my 25-year-old self as a 34-year-old. Bro, you are only 34. You look like you're 48. You should go tell yourself to get off the gear. POV, you didn't properly mitigate your house before leaving on vacation. Y'all already know this is in Florida. Damn. Look at all that black mold. The fan is melted. Oh, damn.
I'm on day 21 of my Austin Capitol sit-in. I am sitting in until Donald Trump is impeached, convicted, and removed.
Do these people just not have jobs? They're getting paid to protest. That's the only explanation, y'all.
Which other place in the Middle East do you think that as a queer person you would have complete and utter liberation?
Lebanon, Syria, Yemen. Pretty much a lot of the Middle East.
Syria. Gay pride there.
Also, yeah, no, we can't go to gay pride there because in the Middle East it is illegal to be gay there.
Why would you buy a hearse? That thing looks stupid. You've wasted your money. Bro, that looks awful. I'll just put a bunch of chrome flame decals on it. Try to treat the bowl like a stripper. Damn! They all voted for Kamala. Sergeant Major Fish. It's in the name. Reason 1 million. Kamala lost the election.
Join me in pledging allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to...
Can you say dodged a bullet?
I can cook for you. I can clean for you. I can raise your kids. I can tell you how so much soul comes from me. That's the reason why you taste it in my food. But you can't vote for me?
No.
What country is Alaska in?
Shit, that's the tricky question. I don't know that one.
Yeah. Just think of a country, if you had to guess a country.
Mississippi?
Yes. You know what country was invaded in the Iraq War? It's like in the Middle East.
What country was invaded in the Iraq War?
You have to like go to like history and think of like countries.
If I knew these were gonna be history questions, I would have walked away. I don't know history. I guess in the Middle East. What's the fuck? I guess Iraq. What was invaded during the Iraq War? Not Iraq.
All right, so what
was it Iraq?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm asking you.
Turkey?
Like the deli meat? I don't know.
I have a theory about these kinds of street interviews. If you talk to 200 people, a couple of them out of the 200 are going to be complete idiots. This is not representative of all Americans, okay?
Why can't you, when we have a victory, get behind our country? Oh, that's right. It's because Trump's the president.
Yep.
If that would have been Biden or Obama or somebody else, because how many times did Obama do strikes without congressional approval? Like 10? At least 4 or 5. I'm joking, but there might have been 10. They praised him. Oh my gosh, look at this amazing strike that Obama called for. Trump just did something really good. And
he was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
You get idiots like this, put that Natasha Bertrand. This is the same reporter who said the laptop wasn't real. I mean, she's one of those fake news reporters. But this is what happens every time. Because it's Trump, nobody in the mainstream media and none of the dang Democrats can actually say, Mr. President, job well done.
Pelosi confirms she thinks Obama did not need authorization to use force in Libya.
So, Madam Speaker, Madam Leader, you're saying that the president did not need authorization initially and still does not need any authorization from Congress on Libya?
Yes.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you all very much.
Oh, Pelosi, you two-faced Maleficent. Trump could cure cancer, and the left would still find something negative to say about it.
I swear before God in heaven, the first person that comes out saying that they want a straight pride this year is getting the fist to the goddamn face.
So violent. You're wearing heart-shaped glasses and saying you're going to punch someone in the face if they want a straight Pride Month?
I mean, these two choices, who would you say is more likely to be supportive of the LGBTQ community?
Oh, this dude.
Okay, why would you say that?
I truly think that trans women are the best of us. The best of us. And not only do I not think that they take anything away from my experience as a cis woman, I think that they are actually one of the purest forms of womanhood. Despite all of the horrors, they're still choosing girlhood. I think they're the best of us. How does any woman see someone fighting that hard to be one of us and your gut reaction is to call them a man? No, babe, they're more woman than you will ever be.
Listen to this and you tell me which side of the aisle is the cult.
Have any Republican friends?
No, thank God.
Do you have any Republican friends?
No.
Why not?
I would be friends with someone who's Republican.
Why is that?
I don't like that kind of extremism.
Why do you think you don't have any Republican friends?
Because we're at NYU.
We stay away from those people.
Nice.
Probably Republican as well.
Probably not.
What is this?
A trans quiz?
Oh, trans quiz. Yeah.
Oh, and should I take it?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, let's take this together, y'all.
Is this person born female or trans?
That looks like a dude.
Born female. Born female.
Trans. Yep.
That's this is the quiz. Next question.
Okay, trans. 1 for 1.
I'm 1 for 1.
Zoom in a little bit. Can you zoom in a little bit more? The whole thing.
Oh, that's tough. I'm gonna say female.
Page. Oh, here we go.
Woman. Born female.
Transsexual.
That's a woman, dude.
You're wrong twice.
Oh, fuck. See, that's what I mean. Ban
woman.
It.
Yeah.
I don't even know the difference.
Dude.
Trans.
Woman.
Trans.
Wow, woman.
Woman.
Guys.
What?
Oh, whoops.
The
Gay.
fuck? We're gay, guys.
Yeah. Trans.
Yeah, I think that's trans.
No, real.
Oh, okay, to be fair, out of the pool of gorgeous biological women, they're not showing us the best.
That's where they get you.
That's where you get you.
Trans.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, ban it.
You gotta ban it.
Yeah, you gotta ban it.
You gotta ban it. Yeah, we're confused.
I'll tell you when you can tell if they're trans or not, and that's when the dress comes off.
Traitor or patriot?
Man traitor.
Michael Obama.
Yeah.
I think becomes the next nominee for the Republican Party. Trump says he wants to do
JD
the third term.
People are asking me to run, and there's a whole story about running.
Okay, he was joking.
For a third term.
People will lose it if he tries to do that.
On a serious note, I think everybody could feel the nostalgia like this was the last ride in terms of campaigns. JD's the leader in the clubhouse.
And he's a beast. He's good going at the media.
JD is good.
Your women, they say, how much does a man need to make? And they're like, $1 million a year. They have to make minimum to date them.
Women have no clue what they want. They want a dad bod, but the dad bod's Jason Momoa. Never ask a woman her opinion because she doesn't know what she's talking about. They said, yeah, we like dad bods. We don't like bodybuilders. And then I turned to the woman. I said, so what do you think of me? She's like, yeah, you have a good dad bod. I'm like, I'm a professional bodybuilder. What are you talking about?
If you think that women know what they want, ask them where they want to go for dinner. Am I wrong?
Jake, how many genders are there?
There's 3.
male, female, and mentally ill.
One of the only intelligent things Jake Paul has ever said.
Pictures show the moments the Fresno County Sheriff's SWAT team closed in on 29-year-old Elan Lopez Sanchez.
Seems like a wonderful fellow. Elan Lopez Sanchez. A lot of people do that. Every time we hear a Hispanic name on TV, whether or not the anchor is Hispanic, we suddenly have to shapeshift into a perfect Hispanic accent. Police arrested 25-year-old Elan Alain Sanchez. And I mean that honestly. Why do we do that? When I say Alejandro Mayorkas, I just say Alejandro Mayorkas. But on CNN, it's Alejandro Mayorkas. I'm Irish. When police arrest someone with an Irish name, I don't say police just arrested 25-year-old Charlie McLaughlin. I just say police arrested Charlie McLaughlin. It's for all of these reasons that America elected Donald Trump in 2016 and then elected Donald Trump again in 2024.
If you break the law, are you a criminal? Can you guys answer that quickly? We don't have much time.
In certain circumstances, many circumstances, yes.
Yes. If you come across our border illegally breaking our law to come across, are you a criminal? Yes.
If you speed, are you a criminal?
Yeah. If you break the law, that's a crime.
Okay.
So if you come across our border illegally, you're a criminal. Just want to see if we can get that straight.
I have a question for you. How does one riot and protest 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? For example, out in the LA riots and at Delaney Hall, an ICE facility here in New Jersey. These people are throwing themselves in front of cars, banging on gates, pushing ICE agents, and pushing barricades in front of cars to try to stall and stop illegal criminals here. You look like clowns. So I'm really curious. Do you think they're paid? Because guess what? I 100% do. So I'm really curious of your answer.
I agree, and we even have the Craigslist posting to prove it.
Happens when politicians start standing up to these so-called journalists.
How worried are you that right-wing influencers are being funded directly or indirectly by the Russian government in order to make an impact on this election?
People should not knowingly take money from the government of Russia or Iran or China or any other adversarial nation to try to influence the election. What did make a difference in the last election is the lies about Hunter Biden's laptop that more than 4 dozen former intelligence officials lied about in the middle of that campaign. And most networks, to include this one, bought that lie hook, line, and sinker. That did make a difference in the election.
Y'all, I've got 350,000 subscribers. I've never been approached by Mother Russia. I've been approached by Raycon, those Chinese-made earbuds. Fake photo from the left.
Been going around in response to the immigration protests in LA. It claims to show ICE agents arresting a man wearing a Latinos for Trump 2024 t-shirt. But that image is both old and a fake. A picture from the Associated Press shows the actual arrest. As you can see, the man had no writing on the back of his shirt. Also, the agents' uniforms show they're from Homeland Security, not ICE. As reported by Snopes and other fact-check websites, the picture was taken in June of 2019 in Salem, Ohio. The doctored photo has been going around since January.
When Donald Trump says fake news, this is case in point.
Liberal thinks the UFC is fake after Piers Morgan shows a clip of the response Trump got at the UFC by the crowd and the fighters.
Let me tell you, none of them agree with you. They all agree with that crowd at the UFC. If I was a Democrat, I'd be quite unnerved that you've thrown the kitchen sink at this guy, and this is how a lot of the public are reacting.
No, I mean, it makes sense that he'd be cheered at UFC. I mean, you know, it's a sport full of actors, and we have this guy who's been pretending to be a serious politician for years now.
Well, they're not actors in... Sorry, hang on. You're not besmirching UFC. Hang on, fact check. You'll think you're WWE, the actors. The UFC, they're real fighters.
Well, yeah, when the UFC champion Stone Cold Steve Austin used that metal chair. Sharia law has now reached Boston.
From today's ceremony with leaders from the Council on American Islamic Relations, the group pushed for a bill that aims to increase neighborhood safety and one that would decriminalize nonviolent student misconduct.
Conservatives want freedom of religion. You can worship Allah, you can pray to Mecca like this 5 times a day. Our problem is with the extremists, it's with the jihadists, who view Americans as infidels, and killing Americans is part of a holy crusade. If you look at London, if you look at Paris, France, do we want Sharia law taking over our communities?
In Paris, but it is not for the fucking weak. I want to be able to go outside right now and to be able to enjoy life, but I've been harassed so many fucking times in this goddamn city that I'm afraid to go anywhere fucking alone. And there's a whole beautiful city out there that I just want to see, but I'm actually fucking terrified to send help, please. Please.
Loves Paris, but she forgot her hijab.
Please tell me to go back to my country. I will. I will.
Favorite interaction with President Trump that you can speak on?
We were flying to Wisconsin, and this was right after Joe Biden went on that webcam calling people garbage, calling Trump supporters garbage.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
So we all deplane like we do when we're with him. We deplane first, and then he's like is doing his thing, that he comes out. But he doesn't come out like he normally does, where he has his MAGA hat and he has his jacket. He comes out in the sanitation jacket. This man has like the greatest comedic timing in politics.
A shooting in Myrtle Beach that you did not hear about. 11 people were shot. Isn't that crazy? Did you guys hear about 11 people? And here's the video of him being arrested.
Yeah, because he's black.
Bitches some pigs, boy!
So she's yelling at the cops, calling them pigs, even though the guy they're arresting shot 11 people.
She calls them fucking pigs while they're tending to one of the victims of the mass shooting. That's what they think. They come up on a scene and they go, cops are just killing people.
And then the people you're defending are the ones killing people. It's backwards and upside down. And the mom of the shooter is complaining that the cop shot her son as well.
She says, my baby would have never, ever pulled his gun out unless he knew there was a threat to him, unless he felt harm, unless he felt like something was fixing to happen to him. And I know this 1,000% sure.
So maybe 11 people were really about to do something.
I think that mass deportation of 25 million immigrants is inhumane.
Is it fair that somebody who entered this country illegally is now somehow being rewarded with the benefits of this country when people who tried to follow the law are the ones penalized? Is that humane?
They're not getting illegal immigrants can't get Medicare.
Illegal immigrants are absolutely getting government assistance.
No, they're not.
They're getting
just
massive. I got my first job in New York City. When my parents would come to town, there would be hotels that we could not afford to have my own family stay in to visit me as a natural-born citizen of this country that are now being used to house illegal immigrants in the city of New York. There's government aid left and right.
Can I tell you a fact? An illegal immigrant is 60% less likely to commit a crime than a natural-born citizen, and that's a fact. If you look it up,
it's by definition.
I can look it up right now. I can look it up.
It's by definition untrue because the first act of entering this country was a crime.
Yeah.
I'm told to wrap it up.
Thank you, brother.
You've already committed a crime entering the country illegally. You're already a criminal. It's 100% crime rate when a liberal finds out you voted for Trump.
What did you say? That really says a lot about you. Oh, so you're a racist. You hate women because you're a straight white man. Oh, so your dad's rich. So how am I supposed to pay for my college loan? Do you even believe in science, or the only wall I want to build is between us right now?
An idea. Why don't we start requiring real IDs, birth certificates, passports, etc. to buy a gun? Seems like that would solve a lot more of our issues.
Tell me you've never bought a gun without telling me you've never bought a gun.
Age too well for the Democrats.
Every day between now and November, the American people are going to know that the only reason the border is not secure is Donald Trump and his MAGA Republican friends.
Border crossings in March fell to the lowest level in American history, down 94% from March of last year.
Apparently, we didn't need new laws or regulations. We just needed a new president. What's your favorite video? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Conservative Vibes. I'm CV, and I'll see you in the next video.